5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results. You remember?
For today. Yes, sir. Here we are. Remember Dream? Dream sort of a not the again. I say this every time. Not the thing you do when you sleep. Actually, and I also made the joke. Dream more like nightmare. Um, we're recovering a lot of ground here. I'm like a broken record. I was about to literally say all those things again. Not ideal. Um, but yeah, Dream. I've been seeing Dream trending a lot. Last time I was talking, usually it's is this the right word? Benign things, benign things. It's like it's not that deep. It's just him being generally kind of weird. For example, wearing a smiley face mask while doing a weekly shop. You know, revealing his face and then doing a reverse face reveal. I'm going back under type thing. Um, just stuff like that. He said the other day that he didn't leave his house for free. Like he left his house only 4 times in like the last 3 years. I don't know what the reason for that was, or if that's even true. Um, I don't know. I don't know. He kind of like presents like he's like really anxious and stuff. But whenever I see him in like these interview video clips and when he's talking or he's like on some Instagram story spouting some whatever, I don't know. So yeah, um, performative maybe. I'm not dying on that hill, and I'm not dying on that stone, and I'm not setting that in stone, and I'm not setting that on that hill. Whichever way round, one of those is the right phrase. Because I was kind of speaking about this yesterday or the day before that, maybe I can't remember. Um, about Kiki Palmer. Don't know why I said it like that. Kiki Palmer and her whole like crazy whirlwind online, like the Usher thing, boyfriend, crazy guy, or something like that. And it's like, as the internet does, you kind of pick your side. I'll go all in on Kiki type thing. I'm more of a this kind of guy fan in the argument. And then like time kind of passes, and it's like, before it even ended, it's like whose side you're on kind of reflects on who you are, kind of thing. And then like afterwards, information came out that like the boyfriend was like some crazy guy, basically, right? So then all of a sudden, if you like aligned yourself with that side of the argument, you now by association look crazy. You might not think it's fair, but that's how it looks, type thing. And I saw like some dream thing on Twitter because that seems to be happening a lot. And it was like apparently he was like at a party or something, and then he got into like a fight, not really a fight, but it's like pushing and shoving a little bit type thing, and then he went home and then an Uber back and then this and that, and it was like that was kind of trending, and he was like rambling on Instagram about it and that, and I watched it and I was like, wait, is he getting backlash for this? I actually listened to the story. I sat there, and then that takes a lot for me. He took a minute and a half of my time, and I sat there and I listened, and I kind of felt like I got a good idea of what the situation was. And in the video, I feel like I'm a decent judge of character. I'm like, you know what? He seems like what he's saying is the truth. It seems pretty genuine. He's saying he sounds a bit cringe sometimes with these like Diego hop in that come on vamonos, like his little like teenage mutant, like he was just trying to turn it into like a stand-up comedy. Like it was a bit cringe at times, but like for the most part I was like, okay, yeah, this seems all like right. And like when people are just trying to like get you in trouble for any little thing, right? And everyone's a saint, everyone is perfect, like what you do in your scenario, that's bang out of order, this and that. Firstly, it was like I saw a comment under the video which made me think, oh, maybe I should watch this all the way through. And the comment was, but why does he think it's acceptable to be drinking with a minor? And then once I listened to the whole story, it was like he was at like a friend's birthday party who is 23. He's 24, or he was turning 23. There's a bunch of people at a party. You don't know. One of those people at the party was drinking um, around probably the same group that he was in, so like, friends of friends type thing. And when they say minor, they mean he was 20 years old. Like the other guy was 20. And, you know, I get that. I think the legal drinking age in America is 21. So you are a minor in that regards, technically by law, in a drinking regard, right? Because, but like the high horsery, right? To be like, why are you drinking with a minor though? Anyone just scrolling past reading that makes it sound like you was intimately drinking one on one with like a 15-year-old, probably female. I think James probably straight, right? But whatever. In like a weird way, and that just sounds dodgy. When like really what it was is you're at a house party and there was people under the age of 21 drinking at the house party. Like, I've never really been a party goer, but I assume multiple people have went to house parties and drank a lot under the age of 21, especially like like in England, the legal drinking age is probably, it's not probably, I think it is 18, right? And people would definitely go into house parties and stuff before 18. Um, so the fact that the American one's like 3 years higher at 21, like, yeah, definitely. Not, and it was like, it wasn't even drinking with him. It's just like, he's here and I'm meant to be like policing. Like, it's just like, that's the kind of stuff on Twitter where it's just like, oh my God, you can like make some, wow, but why do you think it's acceptable not to, oh, this, that's the kind of stuff I hate. And I was like, you know what? I never thought I'd be saying this, but like actually watching something through and hearing the whole scenario, I think I'm Team Dream. But I'm also not the type of person to start arguing with people on Twitter and like, you know, tweeting my stuff out to the world, because like I said, you know, whatever side you're on, the boyfriend or Kiki Palmer, it's like, you know, you pick your side. I was Kiki Palmer, but you know, obviously I'm not making that vocal. I have no need to. I'm not the prime minister of Twitter and celebrity dramas, right? I don't need to, you know, give my opinion. And you know, what happens, it comes out. So the dream thing, I then leave. And then, you know, a couple things go by. And then like, and then I read a couple more comments and it's like, why is he addressing this, but he's not addressing the grooming rumors? Oh, what's this then? Didn't look into that too far. I didn't take much looking. Scroll down, it's like, oh, there's all these allegations for some other like way deeper shit. And it's like, oh, this is why you don't, like, you come out and you're like, yep, I back Dream. I'm a big backer of Dream here. Seems like a good guy, right guy. And then they slap some like deep charges on your you know desk, and it's like, oh, now I'm associated. Now I look bad. You know, that's why you can just kind of like in your head think, okay, and then step away, because there's always something else, and it's like in before, and now you look like you got anything to do with that. So I don't know about the other shit. I ain't, you know, Minecraft YouTubers is like, God, when are they? I was gonna say they get a bad rep, but then at the same time, it's like, I guess for good reason. But it's like, it's always the Minecraft tubers, and it's like, you know, that's already not a good look. Like, if I was like a judge or like what are they called, like a defending attorney or one of these things. I've never watched the crime shows. I can't pretend to know. But one of the people who has to go on the stand and defend the murderers, serial killers, the same thing pretty much. But you know, all the bad people, and you gotta go up and do that. Like, if I walk into my office and there's like little white guy probably sitting there, and I'm like, all right, so I've read the file. You're in here for like grooming allegations or like underage stuff. Okay. And what do you do about, what's your occupation? And they go, Minecraft streamer or YouTuber. I then facepalm. I then go, fuck, they got him. You know, he's a dead man walking. You know, and doing that job's kind of crazy enough because you're like knowingly defending probably a lot of people who are probably guilty. But at least you feel like you can, like, for your job's sake, worm your way or find holes in whatever the argument is from the other sides to get them free, even if they shouldn't be free, right? But when they tell you Minecraft YouTuber and do these allegations, that's like the fucking melting pot, fucking perfect combination. There's no saving that. So yeah, the whole dream thing. Yeah, the first scenario, drinking with minors, which he wasn't even really that's yeah, that to me just seems like people trying to cancel people not liking him because they think his head's big and he's got a big chin. But the grooming shit, I mean, good, just a good thing I didn't say anything. You know, just yeah. I don't know, Dream. I just feel like from the second I found out who Dream was, which was probably like a year ago, just sort of heard his name, like this big YouTuber, makes Minecraft videos, doesn't show his face. I should have known from that point that this career is only gonna go like one way and in one way. It's just like it's all the wrong ingredients for just to be how it is right now in this situation. Um, but yeah. On the thing as well, on beefing people on Twitter, which you just never do that. I saw like a thing, and football Twitter is like one of the most toxic. It's like I saw a thing of like a football Twitter account, and he was being interviewed outside the stadium, and the football Twitter account posted like, "Oh, it was so great to get this experience to be interviewed or whatever." And the video was of like a 7-year-old boy. Okay, and he wasn't that young, like a 12-year-old boy. And it's like, oh, that's the face behind this Twitter account who probably had multiple wars with people, each throwing back, kill yourself, shut up, getting angry about whatever, arguing about Jack Grealish being better than Doku or some shit, or like having arguments about that, right? Who's worse, who's better? And it's just like so true. It's like you're going to waste your time arguing. It's like, you could go on Twitter and be like, oh, Michael Jackson's a paedophile, and then someone will be like, that was never proven, that's slander, he was a god amongst men, and then all of a sudden you're in this big debate, and it's like the person you're arguing with some person who's like probably in like other side of the planet, could be like 12, could be like 56, and it's just like pointless. Because I would love to know the stats on like deep Twitter arguments. How many end with a handshake and either one person changing their opinion, or you know what, I guess we'll agree to disagree. We can't quite find where we want to go with this, but you know what? I respect your opinion. You gave me some great points here. Let's do this again sometime. No, they usually end with probably somebody clicking onto the other person's profile, screenshotting whatever their profile picture is, and then starting to, personally attack their looks or some shit. Huge forehead, gap tooth, that kind of stuff. And then it just ends in a toxic way, and then you kind of just go to bed mad, and then you wake up the next morning and do it all over again. Little did you know you was arguing with a kid who is a kid, and crazy. But that's Twitter, man. Twitter, and people going about Twitter being toxic, it's this and that. But it's like, if you're actually on the app and you're not actually ever interacting with anyone, it's actually really fine. Like, it's a great way to find out information on like sports, films, entertainment in general, just bare shit, right? Not bear shit. Actually, it is. If you want to know about the excrement or whatever, the feces of bears, that information can probably be brought to you as well, if you follow the right sources. But it's like, and you can see people argue, you can watch warfare go down, but you don't have to get involved with any of it. You can easily just sort of like walk through a war zone, like bombs exploding, and you can just, have your earphones in and sun is shining in the band. There is a cloud in the sky. And Twitter is just a completely different place when you're using it like that, because you're not, the target of anything. There was something else I wanted to mention. I can't remember what it was about. Not Pedophile Dream. I've already done that. Oh, it was like the whole Nedster classified school explicit guide, I guess, on their podcast, which is just like, if you know, you know, but I guess I can save that for another time. That's also another little decent title. So, yeah, this was Dream being, yeah. I was never on the bandwagon, so yeah. This was 200 and I don't know what. See you in the next one.
Here with the kids, and I had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,